guys. It's crack of dawn over here at the Bidhead residence. Every morning when I wake up, I check through Craigslist and I notice there's this hammerhead on here who has 12 Nintendo games for sale for $30. So I'll show you. Now, let me scroll down so you can see the picture. Now, $30 for 12 Nintendo games, I don't know, that's a little high for me. I'm willing to pay, since this is from somebody's personal collection, that generally means that the games are in decent shape. They're not all beat up and written on. And the pictures, they look good. And there's a couple titles here that I'd like to have. I'm not going to tell you the titles yet, because if I get them, we'll go through that. Yeah, so I'm willing to pay $2 a piece. So the person didn't leave a number. They're working through email, so I shot him an email telling him that, $25, I'll take it. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. I'll fill you in.
Now you're probably thinking to yourself, hey Bidhead, is that a pot of gold you got there? Well, it's not a pot of gold, and to be quite frank with you, it's not a pot of silver either. It's a box of Nintendo games. So this lady on Craigslist, I shot her an email and I offered her $25 for her 12 Nintendo games, and she said okay. So we, these deals on Craigslist, they wind up turning into like drug deals. Number one, the lady's only answering through email. She won't leave her phone number. I give her my phone number. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want anybody calling her phone. She doesn't want to call anybody's phone. Okay, that's fine. I said, well, give me your address, and that way I can shoot over there. I'll MapQuest it, I'll shoot over there and pick up the games. She doesn't want me coming to her house. That's fine. Where do you want to meet? We wind up meeting in the parking lot of a sports authority. I go there, she rolls down a window, I fork over the money, she forks over the game, she rolls up a window right away. So, whatever. Do I look like, a steely-eyed killer to you? But anyway, so we got the games. And, yeah, it's 12 Nintendo games for $25. Do I think that's a stellar deal? No. $2 a game, I mean, I guess you got to take it in context that it's the winter time. The thrift stores have been dry. I mean, the thrift stores have been real dry lately. And there's no garage sales happening, so I mean, when summertime comes and the garage sales start happening, I mean, that's when we find deals like this. So it's February. I'm happy to get Nintendo games for $2 a pop, and there's a few titles in here that I really like. So let's get to it. I'm just gonna reach in and pull one out here, and this is what we'll start with. Great, great. The first one I pull out. Sesame Street ABCs. Great. You know what we can do with that one. Let's start again. And I'm going to pick at random here, guys. Okay. Here's a very old Nintendo game. And you can tell it's an old Nintendo game because the top doesn't have the two little clips. The newer Nintendo games, not newer, but less old ones, have clips that hold the games together. This one just has screws that hold it together. So this is Mark Ryder. Let me send it down on Ed 2.0 clothesline here so you can get a closer look. And we have a variable switch this time. Naturally, it's going the wrong direction. We have a variable switch this time. There we go. Alright, so this is Mark Ryder. My guess, I've probably played Mark Ryder when I was a lot younger. I haven't played it recently. My guess is it's like a hang-on type game, or what's the other one that Sega had? They had hang-on, but like a Road Rash. My guess is it's that type of game. I don't know. We're gonna have to review it, because I mean, if I played that game, I haven't played it in a long time. So here we go, Mark Rider. Pretty excited about that. That's old school right there. Here I am. I'm looking in the box. What do we got here? Blades of Steel. Blades of Steel. Now, if anybody remembers Blades of Steel, as soon as you turn on the game, it says in Nintendo voice language, Blades of Steel, which was pretty cool. I remember back in, I think I was in junior high when this game came out, and this game was, as far as hockey goes, this game was all the rage. I mean, it had the latest graphics and whatnot. For me, for my money, the original Nintendo Ice Hockey it is a lot better than this. But you got to remember, for the time, graphically, Blades of Steel was where it was at. So we got Blades of Steel. Nice pickup there. What can you say about this? Here's another old school game without the tabs on the top. Kung Fu. Kung Fu. If you haven't played this game on Nintendo, you probably don't belong in the United States. Kung Fu, I can remember playing this endlessly at my friend Billy's house. I used to go over to Billy's house and we'd play Kung Fu all day long. Great game, great play control, really fun game. And Billy, he actually robbed the guy in a wheelchair and shot him to death. So, needless to say, I don't see Billy too much anymore. I imagine he's rotting in jail. But that's Kung Fu. Great game. Can't go wrong with this game. Anybody new to Nintendo? You just can't go wrong with Kung Fu.